You're watching WMAR-2 News.
I'm Randall Newsom with your WMAR-2 News update. Well, 10 years ago on April 12th, a young man named Freddie Gray was arrested by Baltimore police. He died days later. Police were accused of causing his fatal injuries, and his death sparked an uprising in the city. Now, 10 years later, leaders in Baltimore are reflecting on that time in the city's history, looking at what's changed and what work still needs to be done. The Reginald F. Lewis Museum held part one of a two-day panel discussion yesterday that included Gray's twin sister and their family attorney, Billy Murphy. Melvin Russell was also a panelist. He worked at BPD for 40 years. He talked about seeing the sharp divide between community and police following Gray's death.
And so to see the anger, the hostility, the anguish on both sides, so not only the community, but also on law enforcement side, I took it personally, like this is a mission that I have to somehow breach this gap.
And part two of this discussion starts at 10 o'clock this morning at the Reginald F. Lewis Museum and includes activist Kwame Rose and Bishop Dante Hickman of Southern Baptist Church. Well, the Supreme Court has ruled the Trump administration must facilitate the return of a Maryland man mistakenly deported to El Salvador, but it stopped short of requiring it. Kilmar Abrego Garcia was deported last month despite having protected legal status in the high court's ruling. It said a U.S. district court needed to clarify its order to return Garcia to the United States. The justices also gave no timeline as to when this should happen. In an animal shelter in crisis mode, Barks took in 100 new animals in just 48 hours. The shelter is completely out of space for dogs and nearly out of room for cats. Now, staff say it's been 4 months since the shelter reached this critical point. Warmer weather typically bringing an influx of animals in need, and shelter workers fear they're entering what they call the emergency portion of the year. Barks staff also say they need fosters. They've also waived those adoption fees. To see adoptable pets from Barks and other animal shelters around the area, head to WMAR2news.com/petsonset. All right, let's check your forecast. Meteorologist Stevie Daniels.
Well, the weather pattern looks pretty unsettled today. We have widespread rain taking over, and it's going to linger into this evening, so that means it's looking pretty soggy for the O's game as we take on the Blue Jays. First pitch is at 7:05 with a temperature of 50 degrees, so bring that rain poncho with you to the ballpark. Saturday is looking a little bit better. First pitch is at 4:05. We could encounter a few quick moving rain showers with a temperature of 52 degrees, but the rain is not going to be as area-wide as it will be today. But then Sunday conditions really start to improve, so I suggest going to Sunday's game. First pitch is at 1:35. Temperatures during that time frame 60 degrees, mostly dry skies as well with a few sunny breaks here and there. Winds will start to relax as well. Back in the 70s early next week, windy conditions on Tuesday and Wednesday with a noticeable drop in the temperature department heading into the middle part of next week. Randall?
All right, thank you, Stevie. All right, guys, here's a look at your weekend planner. The Hello Kitty Cafe truck is back in the area. It'll be parked on the avenue in White Marsh tomorrow near the Silver Diner and Cha Time. Now, Hello Kitty is celebrating its 50th anniversary with new treats and limited edition merchandise. The truck will be there from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can go fly a kite in Harford County. The Bel Air Kite Festival is tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Rockfield Park. Complimentary kites will be given out while supplies last. And the Baltimore Farmers Market is also back. It opens Sunday under the JFX at East Saratoga Street. There are dozens of vendors selling everything from fresh produce to jewelry to desserts, clothing, art, and a whole lot more. The Farmers Market is open every Sunday through December 21st. Now, if you're doing spring cleaning in your garage or basement, give your unwanted sports gear to us. We're teaming up with Wise Markets for our Pack the Park event, collecting new or used sports equipment in good condition. You can drop off donations to the station, 6400 York Road, or at any Wise Market location, or come out to Meadowwood Regional Park in Timonium on April 16th for our big donation drive. You'll find the latest on the top stories of the day by going to WMAR2news.com, and for the news and weather while you're on the go, make sure you download our app. Have a good weekend.